Scott, the manager has been quite complimentary about you at times this season. Is that feedback that you hear back from either him or from media outlets or anything like that?
Probably through Bucky, as between the goalie and the goalie coach, we've got a strong bond. Probably one of the strongest I've had in my career, really. We get on really well. We get on, me, Bucky and Reece, since I've been through the building, to be honest. So yeah, it's always nice to probably hear that from a manager. But I think first and foremost is the sort of team's doing well. It's always nice personally, but if the team's doing well, I'm more than happy to keep chipping in performances.
Give us an idea of how the defence has changed in front of you since Michael took over back in September.
I think the biggest one is sort of the confidence as a unit more than anything, and it's not just sort of the back three now. It's the lads up front working hard, and I think the gaffers give us an identity now how he wants to play, and the lads are bought into it. Sort of fair play to both parties, really. You could see at the start of the season that we were struggling, and the gaffers give us that guidance of how he wants us to play, and with him being a defender, he needed to sort that out first and foremost.
And did the mood change with it? What did you guys first think when he came in?
He sort of set out his stores and how he wanted us to defend as a team first and foremost. I think he'd give us a licence to, in the final third, to do whatever we want, and we've got sort of creative players in them positions, regards to Jake or Varnes. So yeah, we needed to sort that out first, and I think we're sort of seeing the hard work that we're doing out on the training pitch coming into a Saturday.
You're what we now probably count as an experienced player.
Yeah.
You've got a few hundred appearances in the league. As a goalkeeper particularly, and because your form has been good, tell us why that experience is so important.
I think people always say you can't buy experience. I've seen it and sort of done it. I've seen the highs and the lows of what this career can be. So it's always nice to sort of tap into that when the things are going bad, and I think you've got to keep a level head when things are going good. You've just got to keep a level head all the time, and we've had both this season. But hopefully, with regards to the league position, hopefully we're turning a corner. I think we've still got to look over his shoulders because he's not in a great position, but recent performances has on a whole have been really good.
As the keeper, you have a pretty unique perspective on the game, but visually, you see everything kind of happening in front of you. Form's been pretty good. What do you think this team needs to elevate it to be one of the very best in the league? Because there's got to be potential.
Yeah, we've shown that we played the top teams, and we've been no sort of, what's the word? We haven't struggled against some sort of team. We've always done well against the top teams. I think confidence is the main factor. Once that comes, sort of players' performances come into their own then, and it's just showing that on a more regular basis now.
And on Swindon, where do you see their biggest threats coming from, and how do you organise your defence to counteract that?
I think sort of Matty Taylor's delivery, I think it's sort of the best in this league, probably in the league above as well, and with his experience. They've got good players, so we'll have to. It's another hard game, but it's as a gaffer said, it's just another game. And with Christmas coming, which I always like because it's loads of games and sort of you get out of the house, and yeah, it's nice to have that sort of festive period, and with the games coming thick and fast, you can shoot up the league as well. I think that's where the boys are looking at now. Get some points on the board, and when we start looking up now.